Hey everyone! So I am super excited because today is the day I am sowing the very first seeds into my garden for 2022. Now, I do have bulbs in 3 of my raised beds in a few different containers that I planted in the fall, and I have started seeds inside, but this is the first time I'm actually getting my hands in the soil and sowing some crops. Today I'm going to be growing some cool weather crops. I'm going to be sowing seeds for beets and for radishes, and I'm excited because I am trying 2 new varieties that I have never tried before. And so far I've really only bought online seeds. Last year was my first year buying seeds online. All of them were from Johnny's Seeds. So this year I definitely wanted to try some more brands and get some more varieties that I have never grown before. So I was actually contacted by Park Seed, and I was contacted by them I think last month, and they asked if they could send me some seeds and then I could show how to grow them in my garden. So that is fantastic, and I definitely have to thank them for sending out my seeds. This is the first time I've ever had seeds from them before, but I do know that they're organic and have really great germination rates, which is very important when you don't have a lot of space. But I've actually heard of the brand before in January, I think it was, because there's an app that I've been using which is called From Seed to Spoon. I've been using it since 2019. I think another gardener on Instagram recommended it. But essentially it does a bunch of different things, but the main thing is it helps to keep you organized as far as when to plant certain seeds, where you're planting them, all of the information that you could possibly want for the seeds that you are planting. So I mentioned them because I saw earlier this year that they had been acquired by Park Seed, which I am super excited about because I know that they wanted to spend more time working on the app, and even just, I feel like in the last few months of using it, I can tell that the app is getting more advanced, which is fantastic. So I will definitely link below where you can download the app if you want to. Again, it's From Seed to Spoon, and at the end of the video I will show you exactly how I use it. So now let me tell you what exactly it is I'm growing. So the beet variety that I'm growing is the Beet Rainbow Blend, and I am so excited for this because I feel like I've been growing kind of like just the pretty basic varieties of beets and radishes, and now I wanted to try something different that I've never tried before. So the Rainbow Blend, there are I think 5 different varieties of seeds in here. They are going to be in a variety of colors. I'll pop images on the screen because you can't really tell much from the seeds itself. But not only am I trying a variety of beets I've never tried before, I'm trying a planting method I've never tried before that I hear will be a lot easier than normal. So I have right here seed tape. I don't know if you are familiar with seed tape. I had never heard of it until last year I saw another gardener planting with it. I know some people make their own, but that is way too advanced for me. But essentially it looks like this, kind of just thin pieces of paper, and the seeds are already spaced. So that way, instead of having to dig the holes yourself, get the individual seeds into each of the holes, you basically just lay out the seed tape in whatever design you want and then cover it with soil. So I'm excited to see how this works because this seems, not that it takes a super long time to sow the beets yourself, but this just seems like a really cool way to do it that will hopefully be a little bit more efficient. So those are the beets that I'm going to sow, and I'll show you where I'm going to sow them in just a bit. And then the other seeds that I'm planting are these radish seeds. These I'm also really excited for. So the variety is Starburst, and they are white on the outside and pink on the inside, and they just look really pretty. I did basically make my seed choices off of what looked the prettiest to me because that's what excites me in the garden. So I'm really looking forward to see not only how these look, but also how these taste as well. So I think that is everything as far as what I'm going to be planting today. Let me now take you over and show you where exactly I'm going to be popping these seeds into my containers. The first thing I need to do is take out the drip system from this raised bed, and I probably won't need the drip system at all. I mean, we're not turning on our water until probably late April, early May. But even then, we have pretty wet springs, so I don't think I'm going to need the drip system, but you never know. We'll see how it goes. I think the beets should be ready to harvest, though, early May, but that's something that the From Seed to Spoon app can help you with, too, as far as timing. So now, let's go ahead and lay out the tape in this raised bed, and then we'll get it covered with soil. Here is the seed tape all set in the raised bed. So it was perforated between the rows. There were 3 separate rows, so I tore those apart. I did put little piles of soil along the lines of the tape because the wind is blowing, which obviously when something's lightweight like this, the wind will just pick it up. So that's just to hold it in place for now, so I can show you the shape that I did for these. Super simple, super fast, just to lay them all out. And then down here at the end is the excess. So I am just going to cut off the excess here, and I will not let seeds ever go to waste, so I will probably put these in another grow bag as well, just so I can have all of the beets possible. So all of the beets are now covered with about 1/4 inch of soil, and that's what was recommended on the seed packet. The last thing for this will be to water them in, but I'm going to wait to do that until I have all of the radishes planted and then the extra beets as well. First time using seed tape was pretty good. It was definitely more efficient and faster than if I planted them all individually, and assuming everything grows well, I will definitely try that out again for some other crops. So now let's go ahead and get the radishes planted in 2 grow bags. The radishes I'm going to plant in these grow bags here. I really like using grow bags in container gardens. I find that vegetables really like to be grown in them. So that is the plan for the radishes. I'm just gonna take the seeds, sprinkle them on top, and then cover everything with about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of soil. And then these should be the first crop that are ready to harvest. So let's go ahead and get these planted. I've put the extra beet seeds from the seed tape into this grow bag here. I did just cut it up in smaller strips and then laid them in so they fit inside this grow bag. This is also a 7-gallon grow bag as well. So now I'm going to cover these with soil, and then we'll be ready to water everything in. All of the seeds have now been watered in, so we have a raised bed full of beets, a grow bag full of beets, and 2 grow bags full of radishes. So what I'm going to do now is show you a little bit about how I use the app From Seed to Spoon. I'll add in the information of everything that I just planted, and then hopefully, if I'm tech savvy enough, I can figure out how to record what I'm doing on my phone and actually throw it up there on the screen so that you can follow along and see how I use the app. So first thing I'm going to do is open the From Seed to Spoon app that I have just saved in a garden folder of apps on my phone. And basically how it works is it uses your GPS location, and then it gives you all of the garden information based on that. So for example, if you want to know when is the appropriate time to go ahead and start planting your beets, you can search for whatever it is that you're planting in the search bar, click on beets, and it'll show you all the information. So it knows I'm in Chicago, and it recommends outdoor spring planting between the 1st of March and the 29th of March. So again, all of this information is going to be updated based on the location that you are in. Fall planting dates here as well, looks like July 27th to August 24th. So it's really cool just to go through here, especially if you're planting something you're not necessarily familiar with. You can go ahead and search for it in this app. I can also just browse through here and kind of see what they have that's available. Right now they do only have fruit and veg, but I did ask, and it does seem like at some point they will be adding flowers as well, which will be really exciting. But they have a ton of different plants in here that again you can click on and get the information for those. But let's go ahead and go back up to beets, and I'm going to save what I just planted to my garden. So there's a button here that says Add to My Garden Plus. I'm going to click on that, And now I can actually enter in all of the information for everything I've done so that I don't have to keep all that information in my brain, which usually doesn't stay put there anyways. So we have our planting date, which is today. It obviously pops up. You can change that if it's something you planted in the past and you want to edit that. Starting method, I started it as seed outdoors. Amount planted, ooh, I'm not sure how many seeds were on there. Let's say maybe about 100. Planting location, this also comes in handy for me as well because I don't put labels in my containers, even though I definitely should, but this way I know which container it's in. So this I'm going to put in lower raised bed and grow bag. The type, this will be interesting now that they are connected, because it looks like it's pulling up here the rainbow mixed beet seed tape. So now that from seed to spoon is tied in with Park Seed, that information will all be combined together. But if it's not a type that's in there listed, you can either leave that blank or choose from the list if you see something in there. So let's go ahead and save that. Estimated seed sprouting based on what I planted between the 21st and the 26th, and then my projected first harvest will be between May 15th and June 4th. So that's all really cool. And then here there are options to either mark it as sprouted or add a harvest amount to it. So I think that's everything I need to plant in here. There's a plant log that I can add in individual entries if I want to, other random notes like photos if I want to add that in, but I think that's really cool. Let's go ahead then and add in my radishes. So I'm going to save and close that. I'm going to go ahead and go back to plants. I'm going to clear out beets and I'm going to search for radishes. Going to go ahead again, here's all the information, but I'm going to hit add to my garden plus. Planting date, same. I started the seeds outdoors. Amount planted, this I know there were 100 in that seed packet. Planting location, I'm going to say 2 grow bags. Variety, it should come up. This was the Starburst. And then again here, estimated sprouting between the 21st and 26th. Projected first harvest, April 20th through May 5th. Super excited about that. Let's go ahead and I will hit save and close. So now if I'm in the app and I want to see all the information that I just put in, down in the bottom is the My Garden Plus little button, and that's going to show everything that I have growing. So like I said, I've used this app now for, what's 2019? This will be the 4th year that I've been using this app. And I can definitely tell that it has had improvements since I started using it 3 years ago. And like I said, I think they're going to add flowers to it. So that'll be really exciting because that way I can just have everything all in one place. So I'm super excited to see how that turns out. Let me know if this is an app you use or if it's something that you want to download. I'll put in the link below where you can do that. But it's been really helpful for me because like I said, I am not a very organized person. So I think that is going to be everything for today. It just feels good to be back outside in the garden and finally sowing some seeds. Now it is very nice outside today, but I know this is Chicago, so we're probably going to get snow and freezing temperatures again soon. But the good thing about cool weather crops is that they can withstand that. So I will definitely keep you updated on how they do. Definitely excited to see the results from the seed tape, but then also just see the really pretty varieties. So I will show you that when they are ready. So about a month to 2 months for the radishes and the beets. Let me know if you have anything already growing in your garden. But other than that, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.